Hey, what is going on, Nostalgics? Welcome back to another video here on the channel. And today, guys, is going to be a bit of an update slash vlog type affair. I want to keep this brief for you guys watching. The most important announcement right off the bat is the fact that I'm doing, for the first time in a long while now, at least several months, I am doing another Q&A video. So if you're new to the channel, if you're someone who just comes across this video, if you're a viewer who's been around for some time, regardless of who you are, if you want to be involved in the Q&A and have your channel mentioned and all that other stuff, and hear me, a gamer who's played a lot of retro video games and a bunch of other things. If you want to ask me anything, leave in the comments section of the video. You can leave as many questions as you want. You can ask me about anything. I've gotten a few questions in the community tab post that I put out a few days ago at the time of this video's filming. So if you don't want to comment on the video, you could always go to the community tab section. And if you're someone who wants to stick around the channel by subbing or just keeping up with the videos or anything else, if you check back occasionally, the community tab is a really good way to keep in touch with myself. And I just love doing it to interact with you guys in the community. It's just fantastic. I post updates on videos, I do polls where you guys determine the next review that I do, and everything else. So, but the most important announcement here, regardless of all that community tab update news, is the fact that there's a Q&A video coming up. So leave as many questions as you want on really anything in the comment section. Again, I've already gotten a few in the community tab post, so leave it in the comments of this video or go to the community tab post. Either way, I will take all of the questions and answer them in a hopefully longer video. I hope I get a ton of them. But either way, that's the Q&A announcement in that regard. The only thing I wanted to do with this vlog today, guys, is kind of talk with you guys a little bit about what I'm thinking about content-wise here on the channel. Since this is more of a vlog format. I know I mentioned in the last video that I was thinking about doing Final Fantasy VII Dirge of Cerberus, which is canonically the last game in the original compilation for Final Fantasy VII. And I may still do that review, but I'm kind of thinking about videos that I want to make on more unique games. And I mentioned this kind of thing in the Resident Evil 4 review, quote-unquote, video that I did, which ended up just being a sketch I did with the merchant character from RE4, because I didn't want to waste all the footage from that video, because I scrapped some of that footage. Because when it comes to a lot of popular games that you guys have probably seen a million content creators on this platform review, like Resident Evil 4, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, Final Fantasy VII, Chrono Trigger, you know, a bunch of popular games that I'm familiar with that I could review, but you guys have probably seen a million of these reviews on the internet. There are a ton of talented content creators who have made short videos, documentaries, analysis videos, long, like hour-long reviews and dissections of each one of these games. You guys can generally get the feel or vibe of these games in terms of their quality. Because it's no secret that the ones I just mentioned are considered to be some of the greatest video games ever made. And for me, as a smaller creator, to make a video like the RE4 review, I can't add anything new to any of these games. Because, absolutely, they're all fantastic in their own right. Two of them that I mentioned being two of my personal favorite games of all time, with Final Fantasy VII and Chrono Trigger. But there's nothing new that I can really add to these big budget games. And maybe some of you guys out there watching this video as content creators can kind of relate to this in a way, especially when it comes to building up your own community and all that other stuff. And I kind of wanted to pose this to you guys watching this video and kind of create a discussion out of it. Not just in general for the content creating community or the gaming community, but just an update for the channel, period. Have you guys run into any of those issues in the past where you have these big games that RE4, Final Fantasy VII that you could absolutely talk about, but at the end of the day, the video ends up just coming across as boring or redundant because you can't really add anything new to the conversation? Rather, for me, and let me know in the comment section down below if you guys feel the way that I do about this. That's why I was looking back at older reviews that I've done here on the channel, and ones that not only have done well, but I've had a lot of fun filming, were more obscure games, like Bloody Roar 4, Epic Mickey 2, the original Epic Mickey. There's a bunch of games that I've reviewed over the years on this channel that have been more obscure, or somewhat popular games that people might be like, oh yeah, that's right, I remember that from years back. Or like the Pokemon Ranger games. Despite the fact that they're part of one of the most popular franchises in the world, the Pokemon Ranger series is still pretty obscure because it only had 3 DS games, and it didn't really sell. They all didn't really sell very well when they initially came out, like the mid-2000s. But people are now going back to these games and wanting more. And that's part of the reason why I enjoy doing those videos, because I was really passionate about bringing more attention to the Pokemon Ranger series, and talking about one of my favorite DS series, period, on the Nintendo DS. So it's that kind of thing that I want to do with the channel going forward, and I would love to hear suggestions from you guys. Are there any underrated or underappreciated games I should be checking out? Maybe like somewhat popular now, but still obscure games? I'm genuinely asking, not only for your guys' input in the comments if you do have any, but that's kind of the direction I want to take some of these reviews going forward. Ones that I can have fun with, to plan out, to film, to script out, sketches, and all that other stuff. But also bring attention to some of these games, for better or worse, for the more obscure stuff, rather than just piggybacking off of the already popular stuff that most gamers, or people in general, really love. So that's kind of where I'm wanting to take the channel in terms of the review format as well for an update. And that would be kind of my advice to any small-time content creators as well, which is also what I wanted to do with this vlog. If you guys are in a rut like that when it comes to creating content, if you want to try and get popular quick by making a bunch of reviews or gameplay analysis or whatever types of videos they might be on popular games, take it from me, not only will you not really have as much fun with those, because again, these games have been talked about in probably much better formats by other creators, but it just gets repetitive after a while. But you'll have more fun experiencing obscure new games that you've never played before, and then you can make better reviews out of those games as a result, because like the Pokemon Ranger games, barely any content existed on YouTube about this series. Outside of some Let's Plays, a few reviews, I was surprised at the lack of Pokemon Ranger content that I saw on YouTube, which is part of the reason why I went back and reviewed the 3 of those games in the first place, because I wanted to put some reviews out there to bring more attention to the series, and I had a really good excuse to delve into some pretty dang good games in the process, especially for a handheld system like the DS. So that's the kind of attitude that I would recommend people go with if you end up in that position. If you feel like reviewing Final Fantasy VI, Chrono Trigger, and all that, that's fantastic. Absolutely, I would love to do reviews on these games. But I would say go with the more obscure, fun stuff, because you can not only attract a lot more attention in that way, because people don't really know about these games a lot, or they're nostalgic games for people in that regard, but they just don't really remember them as well until you make your review on it. That would be my advice. Maybe stick with that review genre for a while and focus on having fun more than just the numbers. You know, that's the important thing when it comes to making content. And I do this not just to have fun with my videos, but just to interact with the community, because you guys make this channel what it is. Pretty much every online content creation journey that I've been part of, whether it be on here or my main channel, The Boss, or any of the podcasts I've been part of, the collaborations I've done with content creators, everything that I've done on this channel is because of you guys, both people who are subscribed to the channel, who follow it, or people who tune in and watch the videos in the community, period. So I want to say thank you to all of you guys as well. You guys are what keep me coming back to this channel no matter what's going on in my life when I do videos. You guys are the reason why I keep coming back. So that's going to be it for this one here. This video is more meant to be a vlog, not just about the Q&A announcement for an upcoming video, but just kind of the direction I want to take the channel in terms of reviews, advice for small content creators, especially in the gaming field, and kind of my own personal thoughts toward how this kind of thing should be viewed, especially when it comes to having fun over trying to rack up numbers by making content on popular games. So let me know all your guys' thoughts on this subject matter in the comment section down below. If you have any thoughts you want to give, definitely leave questions for the Q&A video if you guys really want to. I'd love to answer all your guys' questions in the comment section if you have any for me. And if you guys want to follow the channel and all the fun stuff that I do here in the future, collabs with other YouTubers, reviews, all that fun stuff, sub to the channel. Maybe you'll find something that you'll like. But if you don't, check back on the channel occasionally. Once again, you may see something you're into. But all that in mind, guys, thank you for watching this Q&A announcement / vlog. I really do appreciate it. And on that note, nostalgics, I just want to say, keep on gaming until we meet again.